Hello, NFL fans and especially Packer fans around the world. So excited about this season. It has been fantastic. And let's get into the good news. The good news is for Packers fans, we are second in the NFC. That's right. If the playoffs started today, we'd have a bye. That would be amazing. We're hoping that happens. In fact, if San Francisco ends up winning out, I believe that we will be in there, and we got to win our games, of course. But anyways, that is the great news right now. And we are 10-3. Are you kidding me? Could you plan that any better? This is a fantastic start to the year, and not only start, but middle of the year. But I kind of have a question about this Sundays. Why am I not more excited? Because at the end of the day, we're second, and we're 10-3, and I just kind of walked away from this victory more disappointed than anything else. Why would I do that? Because I believed that we were going to have a dominating victory against these Redskins who have an awful record. And I think it's what it comes down to is we remember those days when our offense was dominant. I mean, we saw Aaron Rodgers, MVP, slinging it around with his perfect accuracy, making plays, being great, putting up huge monster numbers. Man, those were the days in the offense. Now, we didn't always have the defense, so that was very concerning, and we end up losing games that way. But we kind of feel like we need to have that. We still have this Aaron Rodgers guy who's unbelievable. Why aren't we destroying teams like the Redskins? So, but if I'm honest, I am concerned that this season we've gotten crushed by the Chargers. I'm concerned that we got just dominated by the 49ers. Which is definitely a playoff team, someone who we'd like to face in order to go all the way. I'm concerned that we didn't crush the Giants or the Redskins, and the Giants were on an 8-game losing streak when they lost to us. But I get it. A win is a win, and at the end of the day, that's what matters. But going forward, I'm worried about it, and it just concerns me. But let's talk about the game, shall we? Aaron Jones had himself a day, kids. A day. 16 rushes, 134 yards, a rushing touchdown, plus 6 catches for 58 yards. This guy is unbelievable, like we've been saying. Aren't you glad if you're, as a Packers fan, you got Aaron Jones on your team? We love having this guy. But again, passing game wasn't very good. Jimmy Graham's gotten 3 catches for 49. Devontae Adams had 4 for 41. Lassard only had 2 for 19. Our backup tight end, who was wide open, Rodgers found him, 1 for 12 and a touchdown. Allison, 1 for 11. I mean, Rodgers was only 18 for 28 with 195 yards and a touchdown. So that wasn't really a great day. But on the Redskins side of the ball, Adrian Peterson came to play, guys. He came to play. 20 rushes, 76 yards, and a touchdown. That touchdown, little spin move there, that was pretty impressive. McLaren, I'm a big fan of this kid. I think he's got a bright future in our league. 4 for 57, but he had that incredible one-handed touchdown at the end that kind of made it look a little closer than it was. And then Haskins, he didn't really play very well. Had a touchdown and an interception. Here's the thing about Washington. I think they're a little bit better than people think. And I get it. Their record shows that they're not. But in the NFL, there's always a couple plays or a couple points that it's the difference between being a playoff team and a team that's either bottom of the barrel or just barely misses the playoffs. They were on a 2-game winning streak. Their defense, especially their front 4, are very good in the way of getting that pressure on the quarterback. But they've been blown out 3 times this year, and once they were even shut out 9-0. So they're not the greatest team, but they have moments of some brilliance, and their future's starting to turn around there as long as Haskins can be the guy that they drafted him to be. But the good news on our side is that our defense came to play. And man, we had 4 sacks. We had an interception. Listen, we were good. And I get we weren't playing the toughest team in the league, but it's nice to see our defense being effective, holding them to 15 points. In fact, it probably should have been less than that, if you minus the touchdown there. But overall, win is a win. We're 10-3. We're second in the division. I want to just talk a little bit quickly about the playoff picture coming up. So we just mentioned that San Francisco's the number 1 seed at this stage, and Green Bay's got the number 2. But here's how it'd line up right now. New Orleans would play number 3, play number 6 Minnesota, and number 4 Dallas, who's going to get a home game right now, are going to be playing Seattle. And all I'm saying is, like, Seattle's going to win that game. It doesn't matter what's happening in Dallas. Like that, it doesn't matter. Think about it. It could be the Eagles. What if the Giants come back? Listen, Eli Manning, right now on Monday Night Football, Eli Manning is leading the Giants, beating the Eagles, who need to win this game. Can you imagine Eli Manning coming back, being benched, Daniel Jones out there, and all of a sudden the veteran comes back and makes the playoffs? Oh man, what a story would be. Anyways, you never know. Like in the NFL, nothing's predictable here. So, but it doesn't matter who makes it. Seattle can go in on the road and beat anybody, any one of those teams, no problem. It's just going to be interesting who we end up playing. Do we play that wild card game in Lambeau, or do we get the playoff? I'm not really sure, but right now we would, and that's so stinking exciting. I would love to see that happen. So here's our schedule coming up. We play at home against the Bears, which is our last home game before the playoffs. And then we go on the road. Okay, by the way, the Bears destroyed Dallas. It made them look like all of a sudden the 12-4 Bears are back. Trubisky was awesome. Man, Allen Robinson was incredible. That team looked so good, and I don't know if it's because Dallas is so bad. Probably is. But we're going to find out. Maybe the Bears are knocking on the door for the playoffs. They're 7-6, I believe. They're right behind Minnesota, so maybe it's not Minnesota that makes playoffs. Maybe it's the Bears that make the playoffs. That would be crazy. I mean, they were good enough last year. Maybe they just had a bad start and they're starting to figure some things out. We're going to find out. This is going to be an intense game this weekend in Lambeau. Bears, Packers, rivalry. Oh, get your popcorn ready, people. It's going to be fantastic. And then we go into Minnesota, play that huge big game there. That's a huge battle in Minnesota. Man, the Vikings are good. They are so solid in so many ways. And I thought they were coming back to beat Seattle. But anyways, another story for another day. And then we play in Detroit, and I think that's going to be a win. That just seems to me there's no Stafford, there's no chance in my opinion. But so here we are. Like, this is where we're at. We're at the last few weeks of the season. What's going to happen? We just need to win 3 of those games, 2 of those games. We win the division. We're good to go. We get a playoff game. I'd love to see us get that bye week, just because I don't know. It feels like we can beat those weaker teams and we find ways, but it's some of these more solid teams that we're having a hard time with. So I'm not sure what the team's going to look like come playoff time, but you give Aaron Rodgers a chance. You give him a better defense, which he has right now. We've got a run game finally. I mean, our passing game isn't the greatest, but I'm telling you, our chances are as good as anybody else's. And yeah, we lost to the 49ers bad. I get it. I give all credit to the 49ers. But come playoff time, when the crunch is on, and then we're going to see. We're going to see, boys. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I'd love to hear your comments about this game and about our future 3 games in the playoff potential. As always, guys, go Pack, go!